Murray, Chief of Media Relations at the IMF, and this is the October 2008 World Economic.
About today's rate cuts, that they are a step in the right direction. Should we assume that you think
the world economy is facing a major downturn? While there is exceptional uncertainty at this point, our best forecast is that world growth will be around 3% in 2009. Now, that number may not sound so bad. It hides, however, important differences between advanced countries on the one hand and emerging and developing countries on the other. We project that growth in advanced countries will be very close to zero or even negative until at least the middle of 2009, with a slow recovery during the rest of the year.
Capitalize the financial sector of the banks as opposed to simply buying troubled assets.
World growth will be instead driven by growth in emerging and developing economies. We predict that even they will grow at a substantially lower rate than they have in the recent past, 7% in 2008, 6% in 2009. The crucial role of both financial and macroeconomic policies at this juncture. It is clearly too late for these policies to avoid the slowdown, but they can be used to head off the risk of even more dire outcomes. Our belief that such policies will be implemented underlies our assessment that the slowdown can be limited and that the recovery can start in the course of 2009 and strengthen in 2010.
The IMF has previously described a 3% growth rate or below that level as a global recession.
Our position is that it is not useful to use the word recession when the world is growing at 3%. That in the normal definition of things, a recession is a negative number, and that's not the case. This being said, 3% is a very low number for world growth, and in the past, indeed, this might have been defined as on the borderline of a global recession.
we assume that you think that more is needed?
With the stabilization of oil and commodity prices, the room for using monetary policy has substantially increased in most advanced economies. What happened this morning, namely the coordinated decrease in interest rates, is clearly a step in the right direction.